tell you guys that this is extremely awkward when you put cameras right in our face. Like, we really don't know what to say.
Oh, I'm supposed to say something?
I ain't got nothing to say. Don't talk to me today.
Be smart what you say.
You want me to say something?
I got the mic.
I got nothing funny to say.
I don't either.
I'm not Brett Favre.
Sorry to let them down.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys. The game. The game out here I want to play here.
Someday with experience, we'll have something funny to say. Right now, we're just ready to play.
Ready to play. Sounds like what Forte or Dash is all about. Did a lot of talking recently, obviously. Just ready to play now. Mo Money coming in with his Week 5 picks. This is the third time I've recorded this because of some technical difficulties as well. So here we go. I have the time. I'm doing the crime. Doing it down. Forte or Dash, Pierce Brosnan. Whew. Obviously, you know who I'm picking. Forte or Dash. Taking a little bit deeper look into this matchup. Obviously, I did a few different trades this past week. I went ahead and got LeSean McCoy to add to my backfield of Matt Forte, where we're looking to be extremely strong going into the week. I'm hopefully getting Danny Amendola back as well. Guaranteed 20 points. According to NFL.com's great projections, this will be the overall highest scoring game in the league. Which I don't doubt it. Two of the best teams as far as I'm concerned. Looking further into it, I mean, I got some nice matchups with Greg Olsen against Arizona. They don't guard tight ends well. Dwayne Bowe, breakout game against Tennessee, looking to happen. Forte against New Orleans. They're good at the pass, not the run necessarily. But a lot of drop-offs possibly could be coming to them. I like my chances there. Breeze, he's going up against Chicago for Pierce Brosnan. And besides last week against Matthew Stafford, the Bears have been very strong defensively against the pass. C.J. Spiller going against a tough Cleveland defense. I believe it was Adrian Peterson. Only one player has rushed for over 60 yards against the Cleveland Browns so far this year, and that was AP. C.J. Spiller splits time. It's not going to happen this week. A lot of his success will continue to be on the New York Giants' shoulders. It looks like he could start 2 to 3 New York Giants this week. Yes, the same New York Giants who have scored a combined 7 points in the last 2 games. As of right now, he also has Miles Austin in the game. Hamstring issues. Who knows what's going to happen there. Frank Gore going against a tough Houston defense as well. I like my chances based on the matchups and the lack of Dustin trading me the one piece that I think would be a great trade for both of us. I've offered him anywhere from 1 to 3 trades for his players. He's not even rejecting Pendy. He's doing nothing with them. The clock is counting. Next game, we're looking at the Vinegar Strokes and Jared, which brings me to this horrible trade that just happened. I have no idea what's going on with Team 10. I looked a little bit deeper into this trade, and basically he is giving Doug 2 of the best roster pieces that he has right now. When I look at Jared's roster previous to this trade, Alshon Jeffrey, $8, 5 years. One of the best values, I think, overall long-term, considering Jeffrey is going to be a big-time receiver. Gives him away. Gronkowski, $43 for a tight end, restricted 4th year. Not only just a tight end, but the number 1 tight end ranked in fantasy last year. Yes, he was hurt at the beginning of this year. You also may have not known Zach Sunfield was just released today, so that means Gronkowski is going to be back a lot sooner than anybody can possibly think, in my mind anyways. So he's getting rid of his valuable contract, and then RG3, who his worst days are now behind him. So 3 very valuable players, plus his draft pick, which will be a top 2 to 3 selection. Is this Mike Samuels? What is happening? To Doug for... Who? Roddy White, 5 years, $61, breaking down in front of our eyes, Roddy White. That's a horrible contract. I don't even know why you'd want that. Jermichael unconcussed Finley every other year as well. He'll give you a solid 12 games a year. And was that it? Oh, Phillip Rivers, $2 for 3 years. What is going on? This is a travesty of a trade for Team 10. Not only does he get worse this year, he gets worse in the future, and doesn't have a rookie draft pick next year. For what? I'm interested to hear everyone's thoughts. Back to his game, which obviously I'm picking the Vinegar Strokes at this moment. There's no reason Team 10 will pull out a win here. Vinegar Strokes also been strangleholding his division in my mind via some trades. Has some very solid pieces all over the place. Josh Gordon's going to be stepping up for him. He's playing Buffalo tonight. Buffalo doesn't have a good pass defense. Andrew Luck does have a tough matchup against Seattle. I still think he puts up double-digit points. Blackman comes back for him this week, which would be a nice little uprise that he will need as well. Well, Team 10, I don't even know who Team 10 is going to start this week. It's not Jeffrey. We know that at this point. I guess we're throwing out Eli Manning. We all know how Eli's doing this year. Very, very poor. And I guess he can throw Roddy White in his injured ankle and Jermichael Finley is a concussion in. That's what it's coming down to. So, obviously, Vinegar Strokes in this one. Third matchup, Unnecessary Fisting and I Love Mike Ditka. This is a matchup of 4-0 and 0-4 in the same division. In a surprise, I would almost take Ditka. This is going to be a closer game than anybody thinks. Fisting has some tough matchups this week. Well, Ditka doesn't quite have as tough as matchups, and I really think Ditka's team is a little bit better than what his record indicates. Projections-wise, Ditka is slated to lose by only 6 points, but I don't think Reggie Bush is going to score 30 against Green Bay. I don't think Romo's putting up 21 against Denver. Fisting could be in trouble this week via those matchups. Marshall going against a tough New Orleans pass defense this week. Randall Cobb, yeah, he'll probably have a good game too. Nonetheless, I think if Marlon Brown plays and plays well, and then you have Reggie Wayne, if he can somehow maneuver through that Seattle secondary, I like Dicka's chances. However, I will pick Unnecessary Fisting for my actual pick in a closer matchup than anybody would think. Next game, I'm picking Dutch Oven over the Rectal Renegades. One of the first times I picked against Peyton Manning this year. He is going up against Dallas, as we just talked about. Dallas is D, sometimes good, sometimes bad. However, I think his magic runs out a little bit this week. Jones-Drew is going against St. Louis. Jones-Drew hasn't done anything this year. If he's going to do anything, it will probably happen in this game because St. Louis has a poor run defense. I just don't have confidence in him whatsoever. Powell will lose some touches, probably to Ivory. It looks like him and his hamstring might be back this week. Next, I don't trust anybody on the Giants still. I need one good game out of them. So Rectal Renegades, some iffy type matchups there. When I look at Dutch Oven, his team is getting stronger by the day via trades as well. Demaryius Thomas, Bernard, both starting this week via his trade a few weeks ago. Tompkins is starting to step up a little bit more as well in New England. However, if Amendola comes back, that might hurt that value a little bit. Fred Jackson against Cleveland tonight with Spiller now for sure playing, it sounds like anyways. That will hurt some of his touches that he was going to be getting. However, if Jordan Cameron just continues to decide to be the best thing created in Cleveland, yeah, he's going to win. He's starting Jimmy Graham and Jordan Cameron, two tight ends, two best tight ends probably in the league right now. I like Dutch Oven in a minor upset. I am now looking at the Prodigy, who will simply demolish Fence Hopper, especially with his... this trade just makes me sick. Especially with whatever had just happened in this trade. It looks like he did finally take out McFadden, so he will more than likely not have him playing. Roddy White will be missing from his team, and Finley, as we just talked about. However, he picked up lots of great pieces as a result of the trade. Side note, he won't have a tight end this week, though. So, luckily he's playing the Fence Hopper, because Fence Hopper, I don't know. Fence Hopper has no AP this week. There goes 25-30 points right off the top. Brandon Stokely starting still, evidently. Good to know. Woodhead's not going to catch 2 touchdown passes again this week. He does get Aaron Rodgers back from a bye. However, it's just not going to be enough. I'm going to take Prodigy and a blowout over the Fence Hopper. And finally, we have Duke in the final answer. I will be taking Duke. Sorry again, Mike S. I may just not pick you every week just because I want your draft pick and I want it to be better than mine, even though we have the same record right now, somehow. Nonetheless, Jonathan Franklin for the final answer will not get nearly as many touches as he did previously because Eddie Lacy's back. That's also something else that's going to be helping out the Prodigy. He will have Jared Cook and E.J. Manuel going this week via our trade last week. We'll continue to see how my backups do on his starting team. Darius Haywood-Bay, he could be the guy that actually gets a lot of the catches this week, considering the matchup with Seattle. I think Reggie Wayne's going to be covered pretty tough, so Haywood-Bay could have a decent week, and Fitzgerald against Carolina, another mediocre type week from him. It's just a lot of mediocrity right now for the final answer, and Duke will beat him for a couple reasons. One, Calvin Johnson, he's just ridiculous right now. He'll have 20-plus points. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis against New England, he's not going to help him a lot, though. Ray Rice against Miami. Ray Rice says he's now completely healthy. Harbaugh's been talking all week long about how he wants to get Rice more touches. We'll see if it comes true. And Brady's going to get a couple, maybe 1 to 2 more weapons back this week. I like him to put up big numbers against Cincinnati. And although I think this game will also be close, I will take Duke. So as a recap, we got Forte yard dash over Pierce, the strokes over Team 10, and a much closer matchup than anybody would think. We're going to have the Fisters over Dicka, Dutch Oven over Rectal Renegades, Prodigy over the Fence Hoppers, and Duke over the Final Answer. Couple more things. Am enjoying all the trash talk that's been happening lately. It's been a great thing to see, great thing to hear. Also, a lot of the video updates, trade chatter. Eric/Adam, good job keeping up with everything. After these trades go through, I guess it's just my trades all that's left, mine and Eric's. I will try to get another spreadsheet sent out, hopefully tomorrow morning, maybe tomorrow night, something like that. So everybody will have an updated spreadsheet of everything. And actually, I take that back. I'm going to take a few more days because of the trade that just went through. As you guys also saw, I didn't hear any conflict about me going ahead and changing the trade deadline or the trade reject time to 1 day, so I went ahead and did that. You saw that in the league homepage. Also, the trophy, please comment and post below what this video is. I will go ahead and order the trophy that it sounds like everybody voted on. I did have a question if you think we should just order the top portion or top and bottom, the whole thing, just get the whole thing done. I'll just continue to take the extra $50 or whatever for next year, and then half of it the year after that. Just want to gauge your thoughts on that. I say we go big, might as well get the big thing, so whoever gets it first, we'll just have it right off the bat, and we'll just get things rolling. Also, there is a square portion to that trophy if you haven't seen it. We need to put some sort of writing in there. Looking for ideas. And if somebody has a good idea, I'll be happy to use it. Otherwise, I can come up with something on my own as well. Like to get the league involved into that as well, though. Could be something as simple as fantasy football championship trophy, blah, blah, blah. That's boring. We want to make it more exciting, so put your creativity hats on. All right, we're 13 minutes in, so I got to get off this thing. Go Bills tonight. I will cheer for E.J. Manuel. Mike S., you're welcome. I will cheer for Spiller to have a decent game because he's in my other Dynasty League. Should probably start Robert Woods, but I'm not gonna. Just have a hunch. Go Bills, good game tonight. And I would also love to hear what everybody else thinks about this horrible trade that just went through. All right, peace.